All right, welcome back to the stream. It's good to have this going again. It has been one hey of a week. I got the chance to do some minor editing on our Dr. Squatch YouTube poop, and I've begun one that is going to be part of a collab. And speaking of collabs, there's another one that I'm going to be telling you about that I'm going to be joining that I'm really excited about. If you're a follower of a main YouTube poop creator, a very certain YouTube poop creator, then I think you'll be just as excited about this. But thank you so much for joining nonetheless. We're going to be continuing. Yes, Luna, this is how we do it, baby. In fact, fun fact, we were having a 90s music day at work last week, and the Montel Jordan had to come on. It's good to have you back on the stream. So what I've been doing is trying to figure out some of the different directions that we can go. Yeah, Montel Jordan. You don't know okay, so Montel Jordan sings "This Is How We Do It, Baby." That song, that big hit from the 90s. It's like it's one of those things where if you were in the 90s, you were around in the 90s, you definitely heard it. It's one of those songs also that maybe you don't know the singer or the artist, but you definitely have heard it. It's kind of like that song, "Whoop, there it is, whoop, there it is," like that. That's Tag Team, by the way. Who's joining today? Well, we're going to find out for sure. Well, you're definitely the first one here, Luna. I love it. So what I'm doing right now, just to start, is I was trying to find for, I don't know, I guess a week. It has been a week since our last stream, the perfect angry Russian, because we were exploring all sorts of different ways that we could get an angry Russian voice with one of the jokes. Penny, welcome back. I'm just a lucky penny. Don't mind me. Hey, I'm not going to mind you. I'll pick you up every now and again. Oh, I don't know where that's going, but pick you up like a lucky penny, that kind of thing. But thank you so much for joining the stream, Penny. Good to have you. So this is some angry Russian that I found in a short video on YouTube. I think it's pretty good for what we're shooting for. Luna, good luck for me. Yes. So let's listen to some of the. Oh, before I do that, let me turn this down because I had it. For some odd reason, the stream volume is very different. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So just a little sampling of this. We'll go into the. Hey, what's going on, Galestrom? What is going down? Welcome to the stream. Picking up where we left off with our Dr. Squatch, and I meant to, I don't know if you answered on the stream last week. I know you have a supply of Dr. Squatch that you get. How is it? I'm curious because I usually shop soaps locally, but if it's cool stuff, that's good. My wife is actually thinking about getting it. She got a sampler of it. Some stalker dialogue, so that's where it's from. But yeah, the aggressive Russian noise is exactly what we want. So we're going to be tacking it on to this part right here. This is like the last thing that we worked on. And we got Stalin appearing from behind the tree. God, I love that joke. So let's see. I want it to start right there. Right when you can start to see the face really coming through. And the same with the notch joke. That's going to be a really fun one too. I was cutting out this bowler hat as well so that we could put it on Stalin's head. Let's see. Probably just need to redo that. That's no problem. But so one thing that I did want to discuss at the start is another collab that I'm going to be taking part in. I've been using it about a week, and I gotta say I haven't showered yet today, and I still smell the soap on me. And the deodorant lasted all day in 150 degrees Phoenix sun, so I'm definitely sold so far. Wow, holy smokes. Jeez. Oh boy. I'll tell you right now, 115 dry heat, that is something. That is really something. The thing is, where I am in New Jersey, it's pretty humid, so you don't get that 150 degree heat, but you do get the wet heat, which is monumentally uncomfortable. And that means that because I have the dog, I gotta take the little girl out for walks, and she's gonna have to, go for a long while. She sweats it out. I sweat it out. So that kind of deodorant could really come in handy. Can't wait to see this in full. Same here. I mean, the cool part is that there are so many different jokes that we're coming up with right from the start, and I think that it's a great source to use. In fact, before I started, I'd say about an hour ago, before I picked things up where I left off on this YouTube poop, one thing I was doing is I was watching the new Tall Bart video and rewatching the new The Things video. The Things video was on a supermarket training video, and I swear she finds some really good sources just from I don't know, some kind of dungeon of underused videos or videos that are just not played anymore. And of course, Tall Bart, fantastic joke creator, and I can't tell you how good it is to be able to see stuff like they put out today. It's completely different from the YouTube poops that were out back then. They're so well constructed. She and Bart, I believe Bart's also he, could be wrong, but again, I'm not too personally familiar. But either way, both of them do such a really good job at making their jokes hit. The Things leaves a little bit more space for the reaction, and Bart just fires it like a machine gun. It's really fascinating seeing those two styles. They're both sentence mixers, fantastic sentence mixers. The Things is more clever in her sentence mixing, I think, because Bart, obviously, you have a whole bunch of adult humor sentence mixing in there, but they're both fantastic. I don't even think that you can really call one or the other better. You gotta really love what they're both doing at the same time. Marketing's purpose is to get someone to try the product, and so far it seems completely legitimate in their claims. It smells pretty damn good too. Well, that's good. I'll say this. Soap is something that is a saturated market. Even if you're just going into it with a nice little local business, and you want to sell at fairs or something like that, you're going to find a whole bunch of other soap creators and bath bomb creators and all that stuff. My favorite bit from there: you may cause an incident. Yes, you may cause an accident. You may. I love that part. Like the accident part is such a fantastic sentence mix. What else? Just the outros that she does. The outro to that was a Billy Joel song, and he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. You ought to know by now. What's that song? Anthony's song. Great remix of that song for the credits. She goes all the way. I love it so much. And again, the source material is something that you don't always think to use, but it's perfect in a sense because you have almost no worrying about copyright because it was put online probably by somebody else, and in that case, I mean, I don't even think the original creator is going to search out for it. I actually think that Jonathan Lonathan, I have no idea if Jonathan Lonathan actually is like a chef from a TV show, but my guess is that he is someone who makes training videos for a lot of restaurants, maybe some fast casual restaurants, or even just some supermarkets, and that's where The Things found her. I really got to ask her where she found that, and whether she knows whether Jonathan Lonathan is, just that. Machine Gun Jokes' YouTube poops is great because for me it leads to rewatchability because you end up laughing, through the jokes. And that's going to what Tall Bart does. Like that machine gun, that fast firing rate. It also makes them more rewatchable because sometimes they're so dense you have to rewatch it to recollect. Oh my gosh, I remember that part. I missed it the first time. With The Things, it's a little bit more stretched out. I think she wants you to really appreciate the humor the first time you hear it, but they're still rewatchable because they're so packed with stuff. And in addition to that, she uses different things all the time, like with some exceptions when she uses Jonathan Lonathan again, or she will go back to Great British Bake Off or something like that. But you can almost always count on Tall Bart to use like Steve Harvey. In fact, I actually think his Steve Harvey material is his best, because he is, like, first off, a lot of what happens on the Family Feud show is already funny, and he just adds to that. He finds the right way to make it just that little bit extra crazy. And hey, what's going on, Hercules? Welcome. Hi, Hercules Maze Heroes, the greatest product I've ever invented. Soap. Actually, kind of reminds me of a joke that Crobo made. That soap line. There's a classic Crobo video, came out 2009, February, if memory serves. If it was not February, it was January, called Freddy Ruins Sam's Life. It was an iCarly YouTube poop, and there's just a random line. Freddy just says, soap. And I'm trying to think of a way to reintegrate that. I think that for classic Crobo fans, like people who maybe followed him before he got even bigger with his pony poops and the Fesh Pins of Blair videos, it's an absolute classic. Oh man. Cloud Zach, welcome. Dua and Go Home Susan, welcome in. Cloud Zach 1090. Yes, she uses all the things. Yeah, I love the way that she just, and that's another thing. She the things just milks everything out of a source. Like, I feel like every time she makes a video, she's almost starting from the beginning of the video and working with it in sequence sometimes, because with there we go. So with the start of the video, like, you would almost always expect to see most things in order or chronologically or some capacity. Very rarely does she differ from that formula. Wyatt, what's going on? Look at this, OG. I can't handle it. Let me have your babies. Oh, I'm sorry, Wyatt. I'm taken. But it's good to have you on the stream. It's good to see the enthusiasm. Welcome on in. Yes. You saying that made me lose it. Just imagine this long-haired dude standing in uncomfortable silence at the camera for a minute and just saying soap. So, neckbeards be neckbeards be based. Not a neckbeard, well, at least not yet. But I'm starting to maybe think about growing it out a little bit more. To, no. My wife really loves it, the facial hair. So I'm trying to see what I can do. She's actually gotten me beard oil because I don't know. I guess it's something that she wants to try. But, yeah, no neckbeard yet. Anyways, let me see if I can find that Freddy... It's got to be up here. For Ruins Sam's Life. It's an absolute classic. One of his most popular videos. It was until... Oh, my God. It has its own channel. Oh, my God. There's a channel called Freddy Ruins Sam's Life. I'll take it. I'll just play a little bit from the area that I like.
That my daddy could become my father. Soap. Okay.
Yep. Great, fantastic YouTube poop. It's one of those that's really stood the test of time, and it was made in 2009. 2009. It's gotten so. It was so popular before Crobo's account got suspended for BS reasons, and I really wish that the original was still up, because there's some fantastic comments on there as well. It is what it is. You're misunderstanding me. Give me your firstborn. Okay. Well, Rumpelstiltskin here. I'm gonna have to put a pin on that. Yeah, my daddy could become my father. Yeah, there's so many great one-liners in that video. I mean, old Crobo stuff, Daikak, whatever you want to call the guy, it's just so good. It is so timeless. And is there stuff in it that may not have aged well? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there is. I mean, the thing is that this is also an era of the internet that was quite Wild Westy. So there are going to be some jokes, I'll just forewarn you, when watching some of Crobo's old stuff. There are going to be some jokes there that probably will not be, passable this day and age. But even then, I mean, you gotta, in this case, it's clear that it's not what he really intended, and you gotta look at the stuff that went right. Yeah, Wyatt is secretly a fae. Not a secret. Oh, God. Actually, you know, it's funny. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons maybe 2 months ago, and now I actually know what a fae is. If you told me that you were a fae 2 months ago, I'd have no idea. Fesh Prince is incredible. I completely agree. What's going on? HZRC. Heavy. Welcome to the stream. The soap punctuation is absolutely amazing. You get that feeling it happened by accident. They just left a clip right after it as a placeholder, and they were like, "Nope, that is correct." Yeah, I kind of feel like that as well. I mean, maybe it was finishing a sentence, maybe it was just an exclamation to something some other character said. But either way, I mean, a really good YouTube poop creator can hear these things, and even if you're not attuned to listening for those tiny little moments, you'll get there. It's not so much something that is inherited. You just know when you hear it. Like, there are times where you just hear something and nobody else can hear it. And not even me. I've had people point things out to me that were on some clips that I was editing, and they were some really, really good ideas when I really listened to them a lot closer. And I think that's, you know, it's going to be, you got a collective mindset here. That's another thing I love about streaming. There's so many great minds at work. I mean, Luna, your ideas are fantastic. Hercules, your ideas are fantastic. Galestrom, you've pitched some really good ideas as well. Oh, and forgot to say, Sweet Life of Dio Brando, welcome to the stream. I didn't mean to miss ya, but yeah, welcome to the stream, Sweet Life. This is the sweet life. Oh, my wife is into those old Disney Channel shows. It's really weird to call them old Disney Channel shows too, because back when I was starting to make them, they were the newest thing. But nowadays, when people think about Dylan Sprouse and Cole Sprouse, they don't know who you're talking about unless you're watching Riverdale or something. So let's copy that, paste that. Actually, it's already done. So perfect. We've got that little bowler hat that is worn by Notch on Stalin's head. So let's return to our main source some more and see what more jokes we can do. Now, we had to kind of cut off, I think, right around here. Since I am 25% of your current audience, I thought of you this morning because I was watching that bad dub of Zatch Bell and listening to Down at McDonald's at the same time. Mind poop. So, Zatch Bell is... okay. Shoot, that was a Toonami show. It was either a Toonami show or maybe a Miguzi show. I have no idea. Why does that ring a bell? But it's good that, I guess it's cool that reminded you of me. Thanks so much. And it's really awesome that, some things like that just kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. I'm pretty sure the audio of the Russian you have is from Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl game. Oh, for real? So, I did hear the word stalker in there as well, but I just pulled it from a YouTube short. I have no idea what it actually comes from because it came from this animated thing. So let me just put it back into the timeline so you can hear. I'll just go right over here. So this is the full video. It's just some animation thing. Yeah, I can hear Stalker pretty clearly. I don't know. I just searched angry Russian yelling, and that was one of the first things that popped up. It sounded good, and it worked. Yeah, the collaboration is great here. We all contribute in our own little tastes to pooping YouTube poop source. Absolutely, yes. Rings of Zatch Bell was Toonami. Thank you, Wyatt. Thanks to... Yeah, I remember when that show came out. I think I saw maybe one episode. I remember a classic YouTube poop creator called Calculate 900 made a YouTube poop of it. That was part of an old anime collab from 2008, which at the time was the biggest YouTube poop collab. Just the anime collab. And I contributed to it with my very first Haruhi poop. I believe that... Shoot, how many people were part of that at the time? I think there was like between 30 and 40, but it was at the time the biggest collaboration of YouTube poops, and it was all anime based. It was really cool to see. Man, yeah, Rings of Zatch Bell, and remember it was called something else as well. I have no idea. But either way. So, one thing I do want to tackle is something. There's a source that, if you're a big fan of CS188, he's kind of made a little bit more public to you. So if you, maybe in a future stream, I'll be tackling this, because I'll tell you right now, CS has given a lot of leeway to this. But CS188 has put out a brand new collaboration opening, and he's announced it, so to say. And what he's done is he's given everybody access to a YouTube video that he made going into what makes his channel unique and worthy of monetization. This is a video that he came out with after his channel got demonetized, and it was for one purpose and one purpose only. It was to, convince YouTube to give him his money. What happened was they give him his money, and he essentially thought, you know what, I'm going to put this on my Discord, I'll show everybody. And I watched it, and I thought, this is a great YouTube poop source. And apparently, and I came to him saying, hey, I want to make a YouTube poop out of this. And of course, I want to make sure I got his permission, because, I'm probably infringing on a couple things if I take it without his permission. It was only posted on his Discord at the time. And he said, you know what, some other people have been coming up to me saying that they want to poop it too. I should make a collab. And I'm like, do it. And he did it. He made the announcement. So if you haven't seen that announcement video, if you're really interested in watching the whole thing, let's tackle that in a future stream. I think that'd be a wonderful thing. It's not copyrighted, and it's going to be a little bit of fun. Whew. We need to find that collab. Gash Bell in Japan. Thank you. Yes, it was called Gash Bell in Japan, and I had like one person on an old forum I frequented to tell me over and over again, it's Gash Bell, not Zatch Bell. No. There we go. Now, another collab video that I'm going to be working on, I'm going to try and complete, and if I complete it, it's probably not going to be a long video, is one I've talked about in a prior stream. It is the, here we go, it is the Kaguya-sama, if memory serves, Kaguya-sama Love is War rap episode collab that's being put out by Schaeferillis. I'm going to try and have something completed by the 31st. I've got 10 days or so. I'm pretty confident I can put something out there. It's not going to be too long, and even if it was too long, he definitely want it trimmed. But either way, that's going to be an interesting one to work on. I've watched it over and over and over and over again, and it's hard to, with anime sources, it can be a little tricky because you have a more professional mixing in the studio. When I say more professional mixing, it mixes with a lot of the environment, and not just the music in the background, not just the sound effects in the background. And the way that the characters speak isn't very cartoony, it's except for one character, but it's a lot more natural in a lot of places. This is a show that's played up for laughs, and the dub, they go all out. So this is one that I'm really looking forward to seeing how I do with. But I'll say this, there are some YouTube poops out there already, some finished YouTube poops for the collab, and they are great. So if you're curious as to what kind of YouTube poop there might be coming, you can check those out. So let's go back to this.
This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves.
I feel like, and when I showed this to my wife, she was like, that's the guy from Community, aka Donald Glover. So let's grab this voice line. So we're going to kind of see what we can do with this. This is like about, I don't know. Let's just look at the whole thing here. I think it's roughly 10 seconds or so. 9 seconds, close enough. So let's see what we can pull from this. There is going to be quite some, it's going to be quite something. Maybe only one sentence worth of material comes from this. Who knows? Seems like he's being held hostage. I love it. Kind of. He sounds like he's doing it very robotically, but that's probably the intention. I can tell you right now, he doesn't have that aura that the Old Spice guy has, but still. Alright, so we are going to put this... Where do we want this? When long hair guy comes up from behind him, it'd be perfect for the Nani meme where... Ooh. Let me mark a little line here. Nani meme when Kinshiro makes a guy explode. I remember that video. Maybe there's a way to make that work. Let's see. First, let's get some more space for our creation in our timeline here. And I'm just going to plop this right here. And we'll go from there. So, the Nani thing, like, let's just extend this so you can see him popping over the shoulder.
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's enough.
Okay, so let's listen to this again. Really try to mine for something here. We don't need a transcript for this part. It's just 10 seconds long. Which Old Spice guy? The one who talks handsomely or Terry Crews yelling? Because I know who I'm voting for. The guy who talks handsomely. The hello, ladies. Now look at your man. Now back to me. Now look at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me, but he could become me. That guy. I have no idea who he is, but boy, did he leave a mark. One of the best Super Bowl commercials.
This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves.
So that's where it ends. It's like it was crafted in a beautiful Northwest Forest?
It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves.
Beautiful tiny elves. So he's very clear with the way that he speaks. It's slow. There is pause between the words. He's got some breath. This ought to be interesting.
This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves.
So, actually, I think I will pull up a transcript for this part. Far enough out. Let's pull up our old Firefox and go right to the video. Sometimes it just helps to have that little extra thing. Okay. Let me just look at the properties real quick on this. This is okay. So, alright, he talks like he's high on OxyContin. God, he actually now he does sound like it. Maybe there's maybe there is some kind of green screen. I don't know what the word is, like high effect or just dream-like state effect. Dr. Squatch natural soap for men. We'll just go to the let's go
The
right
soap
to
you
the
shower with?
yeah. You probably blah blah blah. Let's just grab that transcript. I think that it would be good for the rest of the stream, no matter what. So let's grab it. All I'm going to do here, because YouTube takes up a lot of bandwidth, I'm just going to grab it, plop it in to some word thing, and then go from there. All right. Maybe instead of Northwest, he says North. Oh God. Oh God. If we can make him say North Korean, let's see. We can do one of two ways. Ko or ka. The accent won't matter here. Re is possible, and is also possible. If we can get even REEN is a possibility. Let's see if our transcript can yield us some answers. So let's do this, and I'm just gonna make this shrink so I can see it a little better. Reminds me of everything I saw from that drama documentary Painkiller on Netflix. Oh my God. Okay, so this beautiful tiny elf. So he says This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest, very specific, by beautiful tiny elves. So there's only one instance of a K sound. It's from created, but that might not be a problem because consonant sounds we can pull from anything. It's the vowel sounds that we need to think about. So we need a long O or a short O sound. We have soap. Let's see how he sounds when he says that.
Oh,
Well, he says, oh, it's better.
Is the perfect bar of soap. Soap.
There's a strong S.
Soap. It's perfect bar.
Okay. So that could work. But he says Northwest Forest. That would be better because the O leads into the R sound. So that would be good for Korean.
Like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest. In the north.
Then we need an Iya. We need an Iya by beautiful tiny
West Forest by beautiful tiny
Korea. Needs to be stronger. We might be able to get away with this one, especially since
L.
he has the lead into elves, and he says it with a short E sound, which we can blend into a soft A, a short A sound. Okay, so let's see here. Beautiful tiny elves. So let's see. Let's go to our north.
In the north.
Let's grab North Korea. Boy, if we can pull off that sentence mix, that would be killer.
In the West Forest.
Forest also works for Korea.
North.
Especially since it's a little bit different of an or sound from north. The way your mind works is this is beautiful and terrifying. I mean, I said it last week in the stream. It's phonics or phonetics, whatever you want to call it. When you're able to break down what the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds are in a word, how they sound to someone with an accent. It's like everyone's got an accent, so they're going to say words very differently. And when everyone sings, it's also going to sound different. So there is a science behind it. And when you hear things long enough, when you listen to them long enough, you'll start to really, really get a good breakdown of how to construct a word. I love it when a breakdown like this can be really easy. Because, again, he's speaking slow enough that we can do something like that. Now, if you were speaking fast like a rapper would, then it would be a little bit trickier. Especially if it's like one of those slur rapper or those mumble rappers like Future or something. That's a different story. Oh man, it'd be amazing. Yeah, I completely agree. Let's see if we can make it work.
By beautiful West Forest.
I think this or is probably going to be better.
Let's
see.
North.
This is a softer E sound. I need something that's got some volume to it. Let's see how it sounds. This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny. Yeah. Let's see. One more look over. Perfect bar of soap. It was like it was handcrafted forest by bee. Let me listen to Beautiful real quick.
Beautiful.
The E sound there doesn't lead in. I'm sorry, I knew you were smart, but like, do you hold multiple college degrees? No. I mean, I have an associate's, I have a bachelor's, if that's what you mean, but no, I mean, sometimes you do listen, like sometimes when you do things long enough, the experience, in a sense, can be the degree. But even then, I have no idea what kind of degree there would be for something like this. I guess English or maybe teaching, but I'm not a teacher.
This is the...
Ooh, he says the. Okay, that's good. When you say the word the, sometimes you say it the or the. In this case, he's saying the. So maybe we can get away with this, but the TH sound has to be removed.
Deep. Deep.
This might just work.
Deep.
And this could be a saver. This could be a saver here. Let's find out if it is.
Northport. Northport.
Let me just extend this a little bit
Northport.
so that we get a little stronger north sound.
North. North.
Okay.
Port.
Let's see. Does this E sound save us?
Port.
Ah, that's a punch. It's almost like a B is being thrown in there. But maybe if we merge.
Port. Port.
Biggest issue is that if we had an R sound, that would probably help us. It's the perfect bar of soap.
By beautiful tiny. Perfect. Be perfect. 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 Perfect bar of soap.
So there are two R's right there. There's one for bar. That would not work because that's a soft A sound. This might. I might have to toy with this.
Perfect. Perfect.
So this is splicing. This is why I try to be as mindful of this as possible. It used to be way back then. You could get away with faulty splices by putting subtitles over it. That's why I'm a little bit weary about subtitles in a lot of my YouTube poops, with some exceptions. I like the craft to be really, I love seeing splices and hearing splices that work a ton. So that's why I'm a bit of a stickler for something like this. Okay, let's see. If we reversed it, what happens?
Brr. Brr.
There's a V sound that's coming up.
Brr. Brr.
Ooh, maybe this is good. Maybe this is good. Let's try it.
North. Port. Deep.
Got the R. Let me see what happens if I do this unblended.
Port.
Now let's try blended.
Port.
A slight difference in pitch.
Port. Port. Deep.
Okay.
Port. Deep. Port. Deep. Port. Deep. Port. Deep.
This is close.
Port. Deep. Port.
The E sound. Let me see what happens if I reverse it.
Port. Port.
Sounds a little bit better. We're getting there. It's a work in progress, but we're getting there. Poop perfection, not yet, but we're getting there. So now let's tie this one in. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Let me just turn up the volume just a smidge.
North.
Another thing about sentence splicing like this is sometimes, even if a splice is relatively imperfect, the mind fills in the gaps. I've had some I've heard some splices from creators and even my own videos that weren't perfect, but because I knew where the sentence was leading, then it was easy for me to put two and two together and say, hey, they're saying this. So it wasn't perfect, but it was great. And sometimes great is good enough, if that makes any sense. So we're getting there. So we get the K. If we have a strong K sound, that we can make that lead. So there's no KO sound here. I would have to search the transcript to see what to pull. The audio mixing is the same all throughout the video, so it shouldn't be too hard to substitute. Now we need an This is the perfect bar. It's going to have a strong R of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by Tiny Elves. So this is the perfect bar. I think bar might be our only shot. I'll have to listen to the others some more.
Bar
Although
of
Ooh, he does say bars. That'd be a good joke maybe somewhere. If he says bars and there's like a rap or something.
Bar. 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 Bar.
I need it like a soft U, like a U like umbrella. Because when you say North Korea, you're ending it with a UH sound most of the time. No one says it with an A at the end. It's a UH. So North Korea.
Be perfect.
Handcrafted by beautiful tiny elves. Handcrafted in the... Let's see if he uses the in the second the. Because he uses the word the twice.
It's the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in a...
What's interesting... Excuse me. He doesn't really use the TH sound for the here. Interesting.
The Northwest.
So this is a very faint sound. Let's see what we get with it. Can we get gold from this slight sound? Now it says North Korean. North Korean. Let's put this to the side. Maybe this is a good substitute if we can't get North Korea.
North Korea.
Let me just erase this one little bit right here. Make it sound a little bit more organic. So let's try one more time. Northwest forest. Okay. Korean. Oh, he could say North Korean elves.
North.
Yeah, I think North Korean makes more sense than just Korea. I completely agree. That's why I've got North here.
North.
And it could be North Korean elves, which is a great ending to a joke sentence. Let's see.
In the Northwest forest by beautiful tiny...
Oh my god. It kind of has sweatshop vibes, which is, I guess, an unintended way that this joke goes. And Korean might be easier to say. Yeah, I get it.
The elves.
Yeah. We've got...
and elves.
Yeah. North Korean elves. We need a KO sound. Let's return to our transcript and see if there's a KO. There's no KO. What about CO? Cold. Yes. And all we need is just the C sound. If we get a little bit of the O, it's fine. It'll tie in. It will be seamless. It's at the 25 mark. 25 mark.
Want to smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower.
Actually, it's a little further up.
You're more nourished. Dare I say? Shower game with nourishing cold.
Beautiful tiny North Korean elves just sounds funny to me. It's a sentence you'd never imagine hearing. Absolutely.
Cold press handcuff.
Okay, here's the CO.
Nourishing cold.
Now let's see if when we blend this into the speech that he makes, if it sounds relatively natural.
North.
Let's see what we get.
North Korean.
One more time.
Korean elves.
It does sound natural.
Korean elves.
You can't really tell that is a slight O sound being made by someone other than the speaker. It works. So
North Korean elves.
Put it together.
North Korean elves.
Yeah. This is one of those sentence mixes. It's not like perfect, but you can hear it in the mind. Like your mind just goes there. Like if you were to think North Korea, your brain finishes it. And that's just going to make it even better.
By beautiful tiny. By beautiful tiny North Korean elves.
My gosh. That is a sentence mix, but that's the latter half of a sentence mix. So, I mean, we could have them just go in and say,
The perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in a...
So, we could add more to this if we wanted to.
It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest.
Or we could just say, let's say, yep, it lives. We did it. Absolutely.
It's like it was handcrafted in... It's like it was handcrafted.
There's a little bit sound of a jerk sound right there. That's all right. We'll work with that, and the end of the video when everything's really come together.
It's like it was handcrafted by beautiful crafted by beautiful tiny North Korean elves.
There we go. Is there a double N at the end of Korean? No, there's only a single N.
Korean elves.
So this, like when you say Korean, there is, sometimes you have a real emphasis on the N sound at the end. Other times it's just softer because you don't always end a sentence in that with that word. And when you're not, then you're fine. Now here, you're not ending it because it's going straight to elves. So there's a little less emphasis on that last N. Handcrafted by Bieber. Talking about natural hand cups open. Let me just go right back to the and by B. Ooh. Is this the latest Sony Vegas? No, this is Vegas 16. I haven't upgraded it since I got it. What's going on, Plugsley? Welcome to the stream. We just made a really cool sentence mix. So I'll play it for you.
It's like it was handcrafted by beautiful tiny North Korean elves.
We're going to try and do some more of that splicing energy. Handcrafted by Bieber. It's the perfect bar of soap. Look, it was handcrafted in the. Okay, so we can use the by B. Let's see. Let's return to this.
Bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted.
Gotta fix all the cuts that I made. Ah yes, tiny North Korean elves.
Crafted in the Northwest Forest by
So he starts off beautiful. So he's saying beautiful instead of beautiful. So he's not merging the E and the U sound together. So this is doable. Well, the first part. Now let's see if we can get Bieber. All right, it's the perfect bar. We just have to add an E instead of R. If we can do that, shouldn't be that hard. So we have B. We take the B of beautiful, add it onto the which he says, and then maybe take the B of beautiful again, and then, or maybe there's another word that we can use for the ER sound. Beautiful tiny elves was handcrafted in the Northwest. I think bar might be our best shot at that. You paused him at handcrafted by B. Yeah, that's exactly where my mind was going. So
West Forest by West Forest by
So let's give it a try. Let's see if we can make Bieber. I don't know if we can make Justin unless by beautiful. Well, we can take the J sound from something else. We have the sound from. Okay, let me listen to the North Korea. Maybe Justin could be possible. So we have an S sound. That's easy. S is everywhere. To it would be an N. No, there's in the. Again, he's speaking so clearly and so slowly. Just in. I think you might actually be able to do it by, yeah, by taking the B sound and reversing it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if the reversal is a good idea as well. Good thinking, Gelstrom. Good thinking. So let's get that B sound and see what happens. Sometimes a reverse will work. Maybe you have to make a couple of edits here and there to the reversal. So I like how it extends the E sound. Actually, this could be a joke in and of itself. Let me try something here. I'm just gonna do this real quick. All right. Actually, let's just see how this looks and sounds. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. I don't know. That just, I imagine that to be pretty funny, and it is pretty funny. So we'll keep that to the side. We can add that. Now let's get to Bieber. So again, we have the forward and reverse. There's no B sound being generated, and that's probably because a reversed B might not come in if I... Yeah, it sounds like almost like it's bleeding into an M. So let's just take the second, the copied version of this B. Get a stronger B. This is a weird B sound. It's almost like it was made exclusively for a long E. Let's try and handcraft it. It's the perfect bar. Okay, let's try bar. Going back to bar.
Soap. Perfect bar of soap. Perfect bar.
We might be able to just shorten the bar. Like take away almost all of that short or that A sound there. Let's see what we get here.
Bar.
If we just take away a lot of this, we could end up with something that sounds similar, if not exactly. Eesh, no, that's ugh. I dropped in to say hello. What is going on, Kim SMK? Beeb. My gosh, I've got to do something with that. I've got to do more with that. What about adding a frame at the beginning of the B sound? It sounds almost like it's the only part of the pronunciation. Like when you say a frame, are you talking about again an empty frame, an empty space, or something else?
Bar.
Or we could take this B. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, giving more of the sound. Oh, I see what you mean. So, in other words, we just take this away. Maybe show Photoshop B antenna on him when he says beep. Scaling the clip by a frame or two and seeing if the B sound is pronounced with a bit more crispness. So let's see. Let me just make some space here. Let me flirt with this a little bit more. So I'm just going to expand this reversed B first. And then I'm going to make a copy of the original B and see what we get. Maybe listen a little bit more closely on every edge. One more time. Let's put this together. Let me just Do a quick listen. What's going on, Honorius? Welcome into the stream. Well, not just B Antenna, but also Seinfeld's character from B Movie. The one that makes that the DreamWorks face.
I view you, sir.
Okay.
I view you, sir. I view you, sir.
The B almost disappears from the reversed version.
You, sir. Sir.
Reversed, it's almost non-existent.
I view.
But from the back end here, there's more air, there's more punch. Let's see what happens if we put it here. Yeah. Way too amused by reversed audio. Yeah, I like to listen to things like over and over again to make sure I've got it like in my head a lot. Beeb. So this could work. This is just a weird mouth movement right here. It's perfect with his mustache. Like, it really makes his mouth movements more pronounced. Oh, man. Okay, so we'll explore the B joke some more when we get that opportunity. So we need a let's see. This probably is going to be our best shot. Oh, wait, no. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. This probably is going to be the best fit. Let's give it a shot. Nah, it's not the best fit. Okay, let's look for another ER sound. Let's just get rid of this.
Perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest forest by beautiful tiny elves.
We'd be hard pressed to find a way to end Justin Bieber.
This is the
Oh wait, there's perfect. What am I doing? I completely missed it. Completely missed perfect. And it has a P sound which we can bleed or mute. It will work. Ought to work. No, wait, it could land. It could land. So the thing is that a B can very easily become a P sound if we're not careful. And that seems to be what's happening here. Let's see if we can extend that. Okay. That latter B sound, if we can get that to work. Pitch shifting, I've tried that a couple times to, unfortunately, no avail, but maybe we can get lucky with a by stealing this one. This is going to be a little bit dicier, but we gotta try it. Ooh. Let's see what happens if we merge it. Does that improve the sound even more? No, it really, the P sound is really pronounced in this one, so let's trim it.
Bieber.
Okay, we do have a Bieber sounding thing. And we have something that is probably a good tie into the Justin part. If you're stuck with the Bieber, then you can just shoot a shot of bar soap with Justin Bieber's hair. Maybe, but let's see if we... Let's first make the Justin Bieber and then see what we can do with that. It's a good problem to have.
Bieber.
Okay, so let's get rid of that and see what we do about Justin. From real customers, this is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by... Okay, first there was a UH sound. Let's go for this. So this could be a good start, because if we do Justin Bieber, we can extend the length of the S sound to cover up the slim, soft U sound right here. Then, tin, we just add the T at the end of the S. In is going to be really easy because he says in.
North Korea.
It is absolutely scary what we can do with just a 10-second sentence.
Soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the
Okay, here we go. You know, it's funny. Krobo also sentence mixed Justin Bieber in one of his videos. I forget which one. But he made Robotnik say it. It was one of the Captain Rescue YouTube hoops he used to make back in 08, 09, 10. This is a good one. This is a good one.
In Bieber.
Okay, nice. And let's see. Oh, let's save it real quick. So I think we have our vowel sounds concrete. We just need to get those consonant sounds. And he's got an S, which we can pull. And the J sound, we'll worry about the J sound because there's probably a good opportunity for a J or a G. So let's get an S. We're getting the accursed buffering. Oh, I figured that was happening. Because this was starting to slow down on my end too. No worries, guys. We'll figure it out one of these streams. I'll just keep going. I'll assume you're still here. Don't worry. I ain't going anywhere.
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you?
Okay, so let's go for our S sounds.
Perfect bar of soap. Soap.
There's our S. It's a strong, long S.
So.
Now, let's go for the Justin.
F's in. F's in.
Let me see what happens if I reverse this. Does it change the sound?
F's in.
Not really.
F's.
Well, partially, I should say, actually. I'm going to remove the... Let's see what we can...
F's in.
Us.
In B.
T. I need a strong T sound. A strong T sound.
It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny.
There's our tiny. He's punching it. BRB, everyone. Yeah, we can hear you clearly. It just drops to 1 frame every 5 seconds. That's all right. It'll fix itself. It'll fix itself.
Tiny.
He is just perfect for this.
Tiny.
He even goes into an... It's a long I sound, but it's an I sound. It probably won't hurt all that much.
In in B. In B bar. In B. In.
Okay. Now let's look for the JU. A JU in the transcript. Is there any... Just. Yes. Just. In fact, it might cover up the poor UH sound just enough. Let's see how well we do with this. Now it's at a 225 mark, which probably means overall it's at a 240 mark. Let's hunt. 240, 240. Stream's back to normal. Nice. It was only a matter of time. Okay, here we go.
From Michael
Oh, this is not being said by the narrator.
A.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a...
Nah, that's not the same sound. Let's see, what else can we find? Right at the beginning of the video, we'll get some better luck. You won't just smell good either. Okay, let's see.
Dare I say, soft. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on
the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer.
You won't just smell.
Let's see.
You won't just.
This should work.
Just.
It'll bleed into the JU sound. Now his voice is stronger, but I don't think it should be a problem or that much of a problem. Let's see what we get. JU.
Just in B bar. Just in B.
We need to separate the IN and the first B, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
Just in. Just.
It's a very, oh, that just sounds very robotic at the end, at the start. Let's see what happens if I just take that away.
Just.
Oh, wow. What the heck?
Just.
Doesn't that sound like a robot?
Just in.
Maybe if I remove this and extend the narrators just.
Just in B bar. Just in B. Just in B. Just.
Okay, let's close this gap between the U and the T, the S and the T.
Just in B. Just in.
If we can get a longer N sound, that would be great. Longer N sounds shouldn't be too hard.
Handcraft. Hand.
This might just do it.
And
Let's grab a little bit of a wider slice here.
and B and L. Just in B bar. Just in B.
Because we need a longer stretch on the end. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a glitch, doesn't it? Okay, let's see.
And
Here's a.
just in. Just in. Just in. Just in. Just in.
Let's close that. See what we get.
Just in. Just in.
It's getting closer. It's a very, very choppy Justin, but we might be able to pull it off.
Just in B bar. Just in B bar.
This might be one of those jokes where we have the face or the head of Justin Bieber working. Now, let's go to our B movie head. What is it? Barry B. Benson? And we'll figure out what to do with that Justin Bieber joke when we can. Oh, God, that's just the right. That's just the right head. Okay. Barry B. Benson, the best anime in the world. Alright. So let's just pull up his full beauty. Look at that. Look at that handsome, beautiful bee. You like jazz? Can't believe that movie exists. Alright, Squatch. Barry B. Benson. Perfect. Let's go in and add the likeness of Barry B. Benson here. And we can... Oh man, this is just the right face. The right face for the right time. Let's get this cut out. Let's see if we can get his antenna too. Actually, yeah, we should get his antenna. Let's go in. Get rid of this. Delete. Boom. Mask. Check. Now, let's go and get that face cut out. We don't need all the fuzz, the bee fuzz from that face. And there we go, slowly but surely. Let's just correct that real quick. Bam. And so the Dr. Squatch, we have integrated Joseph Stalin. We're now adding Barry B. Benson. And many more to come, I'm sure. I really hope that more and more people pick up this source after all is said and done. So, making our first antenna stick out. That's good, that's good, that's good, and done. Perfect. So one antenna completed. Let's go to the second antenna and get the rest of this. Oops, get the rest of this finished. All right. Oof. The only thing I'll say is that while I'm doing this, there's a source that I've been really curious to try and tackle. You know, my thing is that Seinfeld playing this character doesn't even make sense, considering that bee colonies are like 90% female. Well, thing about animation is that I don't think that they go into these movies thinking about the logistics of all of it. Keep in mind, before this movie came out, I think it was 2003, there was a movie called Back at the Barnyard in which a male cow had udders. Just to show you what kind of disregard that a lot of animation studios have for accuracy when it comes to animals. There we go. Let's make some minor corrections. Everything about that movie makes no sense. But you know what? It's a meme. It's a pretty funny meme too. What's not to love? I've got to rewatch that. Alright. So, we have a cutout. Let me just make it an inward feather so that we have a little bit, there we go. And if we put this over like so, yeah. So we got something that we can do here. We just extend this a little bit more. So one thing we could do is just have the Barry B. Benson face on his face slowly fading in, or maybe fading in with every bead or something. Let's make an adjustment so that we have the... We really want the antennae to show. Actually, the antennae aren't showing. It's okay. Alright, so if Barry B. Benson... I feel like we need to stretch his... Oh, actually, no, this is fine. Almost looks like he's got a beard just like this guy. So, let's make this thing a thing. Oops. Let's go to the opacity levels, gently make them creep up. I think we want this one at 60. ever so slightly. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. So we've got our bees in. We have a Justin Bieber splice. We have a North Korean elves splice. And that's just one sentence. One sentence. There's another testimonial that the narrator offers here. Let's go to it, shall we?
Oh,
wait, we have to get Kim Jong-un to appear. That was suggested. Let's see. Jong-un. Oh my god. I typed in King Jong-un. What am I doing? Okay. So this is a good face to use. Oh, actually, better yet, this one. Why is he doing on IMDb? Why does he have an IMDb profile? Oh my gosh, his smile is just, ugh. I'm probably going to a labor camp if I set foot in North Korea now. Alright, let's get out of this. This is not letting me get a good quality image, but maybe I don't need that. I can just save as. Boom. We got the name be damned. Alright, so let's get our Kim Jong-un added to this. Right on in here. Let's get that face cut out. Let's add Kim Jong-un to the mix. Oh my god, he looks so sweaty. Why does he look so sweaty? That's because Kim is a famous actor. Well, I know he is famous for a lot of things. Let's see. Getting in there. Getting this face cut out. I don't need it. I don't need the ears. There used to be a Tumblr or something. Kim Jong-un looking at things, and it was just Kim Jong-un being shown things to him by workers, by military, and it was one of those things where it was just funny for the novelty of it. Oops. Okay, here we are. And now we can have the Kim Jong-un face appear.
Oh.
My gosh, he's waiting behind this guy.
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough.
Okay, so what we're gonna have to do here is we're filling this batch with this stream with so much masking, but we really do have to do masking here, a lot of it, to make a lot of these jokes work. So we need to mask him at the shoulder level so that we can get the face to come out from over the shoulder. I know Kim was famous for the interview. He was so famous for it that he threatened Sony not to put it in theaters, which was one hay of a ride. Oh man, I can't believe that was over 10 years though. Alright, so we just need his shoulder and ear here. Let's get that in. Over the ear. Beautiful. We don't need anything else because we can just expand this all over the place. All that matters is that we have a border where his ear and his shoulder meet. Now, what we're going to have to do here is go through each and every one of these frames and work out if there are any tiny changes. He's holding still for the most part. I'm actually kind of impressed. Ugh. All right. So maybe just a slight edit to some of these anchors. Just a gentle edit, because we are going to need to... There we go. Feather it so that it looks a lot better. What is going down, Mikey B? Welcome. And Hercules, welcome back. I have returned from putting my laundry in the washing machine. I'm glad to hear it's getting cleaned. All right. Made a heck of a lot of stuff happen. Let's get the opacity. Oh, no, not the opacity, but the feather in. Just a gentle amount. So that when the head of Kim Jong-un appears over the shoulder, it just looks better. There we go. You heard me right. The head of Kim Jong-un, Mike. All right, so here we go. Oh my God. This is creepy enough. Well, the head's hidden behind this. So, let's go here. Cut that off. We don't know what we want Kim Jong-un to say, if he is to say anything, or if the narrator guy is going to be doing some of the talking here. Guess we'll find out. But yeah, everything's going great, Mike. Thanks so much for stopping on in. Okay, so if we pull this over here. Oh, wait, we have to... I think I have to check the box on the mask. Did I forget to do that? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's no problem. Oh. Oh my God, this is so weird to look at. Why? Oh my God. Oh my God. Why is this so perfect on its own? All right, you know what? Screw it. I'm doing a quick change. Quick change. We don't need the narrator guy. Not at all. All right, let me just make a slim edit, a slim bunch of edits here to the mask. Why does this make me... Okay, just make the mask appear over the head. So yeah, now his entire face appears. This piece of his head's getting cut off. Now it's not. And let's do this. Let's just get rid of this. Yeah. I don't know. Let's make his face even bigger. Oh my God. What have we just done? Right there. Position it right there. Can you flip the guy's face in the middle? Don't even resize it. It's perfect. All right. I won't resize it. I'll just keep it where it was. You mean flip the guy's face? You mean like the mirror effect? Sure. Yeah, right here is where it was.
Elves. Or and elves.
And then, bam, this face appears. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to. I don't want to overlay this face over the narrator guy. I just want to have it just appear for some reason. I don't know why that is so funny. It just works. That face, this unsuspecting guy was probably paid $100 for this role or something. Oh God. Why does that... What is wrong with my brain? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with it. Alright. So So that's that. Let's go to our quote-unquote second testimonial. I reckon if you wanted to do North Korean elves, you can have a stock Christmas image of some elves with like a North Korean anthem playing over their appearance. Yeah, maybe. Let me just write this down. North Korean elves. Elves mixed with... It would be funny if his mouth was on his forehead. With North Korean theme. I have no idea what the North Korean theme is. It just seems like one of those things that might be even funnier when it's sped up. Maybe do the Kim Jong-un picture in the background of the elves. Yeah, for sure. To Mikey's idea, have the mouth and the forehead. Yeah, we can make an edit like that.
Oh.
Let's make that a quick one. Jeez, that is just... who does his teeth? I've listened to some North Korean anthems, very imposing. Alright. Let's see. Put that back. I want this to be there. Okay. And let's cut out the mouth. And we're just going to have to get rid of the rest of the mask that we applied initially to his face only. Actually, I wonder, we can just have the mouth appear on this guy's face. That is a mouth. Oh, you're talking about the guy holding the soap, his mouth on the forehead. Okay, well, let me see what happens when we put this mouth on this face. Let's just erase some of the masks that we've got here. Have the Kim Jong-un face appear on the soap. The soap bar is pretty small. I don't know if it can make that much of an impact, especially since a lot of our attention isn't being turned toward this bar of soap. He's holding it up, but at this point, our attention isn't even on it. But or we could have a zoom in on the bar of soap. True, we can have some kind of Kim Jong-un face on the box if we like to zoom in. Let's just do this with the mouth first. What in the world am I? This is a guy who's being hailed as a leader among men, and he doesn't even get braces. Okay. My gosh. This is a mouth. Oh my god. It's almost like CS188's logo, kind of. My idea is a different direction to the one you took, so it's okay. No worries. Oh my god. Yeah, it's don't worry about the flow. No worries. I'll stop and give things a try every now and again if I like their idea. But I just want to... Oh my god. Oh god. Let me just do a horizontal flip on that. Because... Okay. That looks better, and it looks so cursed. What is this? What have we done? It said that the glorious buck teeth used to shoot through 100 imperialist U.S. tanks during the North Korean War. This is just so beautiful and so terrible at the same time. This poor guy, if he ever watches this, he's going to wonder what the hell. Okay, and we got to adjust the mouth location, each and every one. I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'll do it maybe later as we get closer to completion. If there is any highlight that I want to take, it is that highlight right now. Okay. Whew. Yeah, can that be the title card of the YouTube poop? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'll tell you right now, it would probably look just as good on the narrator guy. Let's see. We'll have a huge opportunity to fuck with the narrator guy. What about a clip from the movie Elf? Oh god. Or maybe, ooh, not just a clip from Elf. Maybe the, oh man, if we have a clip from Elf, which one should it be? Or better yet, let's see. Just to keep things simple, Will Ferrell Elf. The first thing I can think of, the perfect face for something like that, would be the scene where he's first told that his father's on the naughty list, and he goes, "No!" And that expression he makes before it cuts to the naughty list would be perfect. Oh my god. Something like this. Something like... Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, something kind of like this, where he's got that, oh my god, that classic Will Ferrell expression from the movie. Great movie, by the way. Absolutely love it. It was actually my first Will Ferrell movie, and I think it's his best. Oh, Santa. Oh, that's a great... Oh my god. This is just getting better and better. Okay, now I've got we've got to really make gold out of this. Let's do it. Elf Santa. Maybe the tiny executive from The Office is seen in Elf. Maybe. Meet MCJ, proud owner of restaurant YTP. What's going on, Mini Color Journal? Oh my god. Journal, welcome to the stream. There is so much going on that I don't even know where to begin. Just get ready. Because we've somehow incorporated Justin Bieber, Kim Jong-un, and many other hijinks.
Okay. Work is your new favorite. Fine. Santa. Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town. Santa! Oh my god!
Oh my god. Alright, we can get that voice clip with, let's see. Elf. No scene. Yes, this is the one. He's on the naughty list. No, this is the one. If I can get that perfect.
So, I hear you're going on a...
Leon says New York is pretty different.
Oh, don't pay attention. Well, there are some things you should know. First off, to be the original, but the real one, you look at presents before Christmas.
All right,
that's
here we go.
The other thing I wanted to talk to you about.
This face that he's going to make.
Your father, well, he's on the naughty list.
Yeah. So let's just keep it simple. We don't need to do a download of any...
list.
Yeah, right here. Let's just do a simple print screen. Distort the Santa audio if you use it. Absolutely, I plan to. Incorporating this many elements reminds me of Lickety. Yeah, kind of. Lickety always layered his stuff. The contrast from the sultry North Korean elves will be amazing. Yeah. All right, let's pop open our Paint. Actually, don't. Do we want Paint 3D? Yeah, it's fine. Because all I need is the... I'm just going to use Vegas to cut out the image. So... Paint 3D, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I like to keep things simple, and this will be as simple as it comes. Oh wow, it actually took a screenshot of both screens. Interesting. I wonder if it'll upset the quality. Will it upset the quality? It's fine. Okay. So we just want to get the head that he makes here. All right. Blip blop. Let's go to our finished, our Squatch. WF for Will Ferrell. And then we could just exit out of this. No need to save changes, nothing. Pretty convoluted, but it is what it is. All right, now let's get that Will Ferrell head in there. Could have the context. So, all right. So the first thing that we tackled was a testimonial from one of the customers. I have no idea if it's a paid actor or someone who actually bought the soap, but he has a 9-second, 10-second line in the video, and we got him to say this was made by beautiful North Korean elves, and we got a head of Kim Jong-un to appear out of nowhere on top of that. So what we're doing here is really adding some extra emphasis on the elves and the Santa, all that. So it's really hard to explain the context. It's like seeing an improv show and trying to describe it after the fact. But I'll play a lot of what we edited together. You'll be in the loop, Journal. All right, let's get this face. Oh my god, this is actually a kind of tragic face now that I get a closer look at it. Oh my god, you can see that his eyes are watering up. Wow. He really did not like that his father was on the naughty list. Oh, we got lag? Oh, no worries. Alright, I'll keep going. No worries. I'm just doing some masking. Not much to see from the masking except the masking. So it'll return to standard quality shortly, but I'll keep it up. I'll keep it going. And he's got really curly hair, but don't need to do anything too much with that. I'm sure it'll be great. That means it's not spoiled then. Yes, this will be a really, really great scene. Okay. Ooh, did I leave too much of his chin off? That's an easy fix. Let's see. Yes. Right there. What is the most underrated no in your opinion? Most underrated no. I'm going to have to ponder on that one a little bit. Let me take a ponder sip. Let's see. I'm going to say the no at the end of The Prince of Egypt. When the parted sea, the parted Red Sea starts to, collapse, so to say, and Ramesses is in that canyon and he's holding his hands out and he yells, "No!" I would say that is an underrated no. Maybe surround with a black screen, the no when it wasn't surrounded before with no emphasis. Yep. It's going to be great. Yes, it was thanks to, the speaker specifying Northwest Forests. Hercules heard North Korean. He heard an opportunity for that, and we spun it. So kind of going back to what you're saying, Journal, maybe surround it with a black screen, the no when it wasn't surrounded before for more emphasis. Well, let's see how it looks first. Let's plop this into our very much layered timeline here. Yes, I love that movie too. It's the greatest animated musical ever made. Alright. Yes. And then we got the mouths, and now Kim Jong-un's mouth is here. And then we can add the Will Ferrell head. For more, maybe we can do something we can do something a little bit more interesting with that, because we made the Kim Jong-un mouth appear on that guy's face. Let's have it added to Will Ferrell's face too. Oh my god. I'm a gamer, I'm video games. Welcome Pluto, president of video games. Welcome in. We are, as you can see, in a whole heap of madness right now. I don't even know where to begin, but all I can say is take good care of your teeth, otherwise you'll end up just like this. Let's see if we can get it perfectly positioned over Will Ferrell's mouth. Eesh, oh my god. What in the hell? Alright, let's do a feather on this real quick. A feather out, I think, will be ideal. See how a feather out does for something like this mouth. Nah, let's switch it to a feather in. Or it doesn't need a feather. I guess we'll find out from the feather in results. No, it doesn't need a feather. Zanato, welcome to the stream. YouTube poop. Yeah, damn right, YouTube poop. Just went to the dentist today. Good. Oof. Dr. Rabbit. This is the weirdest picture I've seen all week, and I'm loving it. Me too. I think that this perfectly encapsulates what YouTube poop is right here. This is soap. Oh, God. I'm getting a real... Oh, my God. I'm getting a really weird idea now. Hang on. Gailstrom, you just gave me another weird idea. Let's get the This is Sparta scene. I hope this doesn't slow down from all the excessive YouTube. Oh God, look at his face. And then let's go back. Let's grab Freddy ruins Sam's life. Wash his teeth with soap.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, this is the... Like, I did say that I wanted to somehow incorporate that soap line. I think this is it. Just put it randomly in the middle of the poop for no apparent reason after whatever this is. And it will be even crazier. It's like one of those things where you almost have to be... Actually, no, this is your drugs. So, we just downloaded the Freddy Ruins Sam's Life 300. Let's doctor it. That's literally my favorite YouTube poop. No kidding! I'm glad someone remembers it. Man, that was one of the most popular YouTube poops back in 2009. I'm really glad that it's still remembered. Okay, this is blasphemy, this is madness, this is Sparta. He then does the kick. It's right at the tail end here. And then the soap scene from Freddy Ruins Sam's Life. Or the soap line. DEF. Right about here, I would say. I love that Krobo Productions YouTube of Carly. It's one of the first YouTube poops that really slayed me. Absolutely. Fun fact, it was... A lot of people think it's the first YouTube poop that he ever did of iCarly. It's not. There was a... So, very... I think it was like 2 videos after he appeared on the YouTube poop front pages. He came out with this iCarly poop that I really have to remember the name of, but he actually disguised it because, again, iCarly, Viacom product. So he was trying to disguise it, and he did a What the Buck intro. Let me see if it's up there. John Goodman breaks. No, so he did a... Oh my gosh, it's probably in the Krobo Memorial, but he did this YouTube poop that opened up with the What the Buck guy. And for those, if you don't know who he is, he was kind of like this pop culture drama news person who was pretty much a talking head. Really popular in the early days of YouTube. I have no idea if he's still around or if he's still doing something, but that's what he was known for. And Krobo used about 10 seconds, 15 seconds of material, and then switched it totally to an iCarly YouTube poop. Yes. Oh, man. One YouTube poop that stuck with me is so long is called Anus Has the Shits by Mega Ouija. When was that made? I don't think I've seen that one. Anus Has the Shits. That sounds like a 2010 or prior YouTube poop, though, judging from the title. If it's not, then it's probably from Link on Drugs or something. Okay, Link Serious Jizz. Daddy Could Become My Father. Soap.
Soap. Soap.
And let's just get the This Is...
Madness. This is Sparta!
Man, this used to be the line of all lines back in 2007 YouTube. Just hearing it, it's still kind of very thunderous. The way that Gerard Butler makes that voice, that, yeah, I don't know, it's just so, it just sounds so good. And Tonight We Dine in Hell, of course. June 2012. I was way off from 2010. I don't know. Maybe I'll make the final cut, but I just have to do this. I have to hear how it is.
This is
Soap. Soap.
Oh man, goddamn ruined forever by its overuse. Well, I think it can make a comeback, I'm sure. I mean, it seems like one of those jokes where I think that it's timeless because of how good it was. And the remixes, the original Sparta remix was a classic. Still is. It's not the most elaborate, but it's using a clip from some dumb show like iCarly that's making fun of an accent, so Ouija just takes their effort up to 11. Okay, well, still, I mean, iCarly poops, actually, it's really interesting how popular iCarly was as a source, in spite of the fact that Viacom really rained down on most creators that used it. Same with SpongeBob, for that matter. Memes never die, they live dormant. Exactly right. This Is Sparta really packed an awesomeness level of over 9,000 back in the day. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I hope that people do understand like how big 2007 was as just a year for YouTube, for memes in general. Like even the Numa Numa song, Drago Sta Din Te, I think it is. Whatever. It's called the Numa Numa song, and it just took off. This is Soap, though. Yep. Alright, might do more of that. The greatest part about this is a slight spittle sound in how the kids saying soap fits Leonidas' scream so well. Yeah. That's why I'm so glad that this little bit worked. All right, now we can take a look at more of this source. This is just so wild and crazy.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
All right, this is another 10 seconds or so. This is like...
Well, here's another review from Michael A.
Oh, wait, I have to do one thing.
From Michael A. A.
I have to do this joke. Hang on.
A.
It's almost too perfect to do. I love the forward reversal things. Let's just do a reversal. And then flip horizontally. Let's see how it looks.
A. Yeah. Yay. 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 Yay.
Yeah. It's just a nice little throwaway. The scene transition, and then it's just them. You could have a Don't Drop the Soap reference to like that Oz show or something. What's which Oz show? Are we talking about like a Wizard of Oz, Dr. Oz? All right, forward reversal and stutter loops never fail. Yep. Oh, I did add a stutter loop in while I was working on this poop this week. Yep, it has to be a yay. It has to end up as a yay.
Oh.
Okay, so now moving on to our second of the testimonials, and this from a guy who, I don't know, undressed from...
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
Okay. So this is about... Oops. I left on the... There we go. Let's grab a copy of that. Maybe when Michael comes up, you reverse it so he just goes back down. Oh, yes! That's good thinking, Hercules. That is real good thinking. Actually, I think it would be a great addition to this area right here. I never watched it. Apparently, it was some gritty 90s, 2000s drama. I feel like I've heard of it. Was it an HBO show? Okay, let's grab the part of him
Yep, sir.
appearing from behind this dude. Actually, I don't need to stretch that all that much. I can just grab it from here. From this magic scene.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's get... Okay, so... Alright, so let's reverse, or rather, flip this horizontally. The throwaway to themselves is making me laugh just thinking about it. Yeah. I love that joke. I mean, Krobo, oddly enough, was the first person to do it. We're talking about him a lot in the stream. The first time I've ever seen that joke used like that was when Krobo did it in a 2008 December poop called Kringle Special. It's like Captain Rescue saying, look the things I used to do. He fires a beam and it transitions, but it transitions back to the beam. It's hard to describe without you seeing it, but you'll know when you see it. All right. So he says yay, and then he's just going to disappear behind this guy. Okay, refreshed, fixed chat. Oz was HBO, yes. Later 90s. Yeah, I figured as much. It was like one of their most popular shows. I've never seen it, though, but... maybe there is a drop the soap. Like when I think about a drop the soap reference, I mean, there are two sources that I can think of. That's SpongeBob. Look, doubloons. Don't drop them. And then there's a clip from Whose Line. Whose Line is anyway where Brad sings, "Who dropped the soap? Who dropped the soap?" I started this very channel in 2012 just to make YouTube poops, but I quickly realized my editing chops were nearly non-existent, so I enjoy seeing others like you in their element. Hey, well, listen, don't think that you're maybe don't think that you don't have the chops. I mean, it took me a long time for me to get the quote-unquote chops. It was just me making stuff that I felt was funny. And not everything is going to be perfect, but once you get the ear, the eye, everything for it, you'll get it. So keep at it. Just make things when you have time. It's a lot of fun. Here's an idea to make a black censored bar over Squatch's arm so it looks like he's sticking something else out. Oh, God. I have to take another look at that when we get the shot. I burst out laughing just thinking about them cutting to the dude, and instead of him coming out of the rock, he's already there, and he just silently sinks below. Yeah. Alright, here we go. He disappears behind this dude. Just right. Yeah. Oh my god. One of the Naked Gun movies has a whole visual gag. Ooh. Shoot. The Naked Gun movie is kind of like my Bible on that. So, the in a pro thing that... So he hands him a towel. Let me just extend the end of this one just a smidge. No, it's not going to work. Okay. So he's got a towel there. I don't know if I can make some... Like, I could blur something, but it's not going to... He's very clearly grabbing a towel. The only thing, if Squatch's arm, if it was just the arm, it might be doable. The problem is it's a towel, so I don't think that there's much that can be done there. Oh well. I would think I would have gotten into YouTube production earlier had I seen something like this a decade later. Seeing the process been demystified. So it's funny, the when I watch YouTube poops nowadays, because of how many I've made, the process is almost something I'm paying attention to 100% of the time. Like with SpongeBob poops, because I know so many episodes of SpongeBob. I'm thinking, oh, he pulled this clip from this episode. Oh, he applied this visual effect. Interesting choice. Oh, he cut this scene out. Oh, he cut this face out. So much of it, it's like, now that I know what the hot dog is made out of, I can't unsee it. And there is a sense of that magic being gone, yes, but at the same time, when you see something that really works, that makes you forget about the process, it's all the more rewarding. Like, with the way that the things works, like, with her most recent poop that I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, the supermarket video, she found the right font to use for the supermarket training video. It's the kind of font that almost, I don't know, all supermarket training videos would use here, because it's just, you know, it's got that classic curviness, it's italicized, everything, and she made it work. The process, like, it stuck out to me, but after she did it again and again and again in the video, it became less of, oh, she did this, to, haha, that's funny, it's really funny. So yeah, over time, it does affect, if the process eventually becomes something of a number, like something that numbs the mind and makes you think about the creation rather than the humor. But when you get out of that, like when you watch enough YouTube poops, yeah, it is something that you can get over that demystification of. Oh, anime body pillow. Good thinking. Let's see here. Oh God, can we get a Haruhi body pillow? My search history is now full of Kim Jong-un and Haruhi body pillows. Oh god. Ew, eesh, oof. I can't show this on stream. Ugh. Okay. We'll add a body pillow. I'm sure that there's a rated PG-13 body pillow that I can find. Okay. Maybe this one. Oh my gosh. These are teenagers. Oh, this guy's a long... Oh my god, he does have a long neck. Maybe have his neck grow until his face is off screen. Maybe. I could probably stretch the neck with a deform effect and have it go up like a nope. The only thing about anime body pillows is that they're... Oh wait, no, I think I found a decent enough one, but I've got to cut out the bad stuff. Okay. Alright, let's find a good body pillow, one that I can show on stream. You can do the censor bar if necessary, then make it funny in its own right. Yeah. Oh my god, he's just... Ugh. You know, the whole thing about Haruhi is that she was criticizing the anime industry, and it feels like they just didn't get it. I'm seeing all sorts of... Okay. Maybe, no. It's got to be... Well, this is a pretty decent body pillow. Yeah, I can make that work. Okay, I can make this one work. Let me just see if I can pull it into the... Oh my god, there's a site called Anime Pillow Shop. Are you serious? Oh my god. I should have known. Oh, the things I will uncover for the first time on the internet. So, we've got a Haruhi body pillow. That's actually a nice illustration. And we can go one of two ways with this. There's the one with her in a bikini, and then there's the one with her in a blouse. Let me just change the output. There we go. Alright, so we have one of two choices. Honestly, I feel more comfortable with the left one, but the right one... actually, the right one looks like it was done by a different illustrator altogether. Yeah, oh, maybe he says no, 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 while his head zooms away when he gets the body pillow, a way of combining the jokes. The more the more I think about it, the better the Haruhi running gag being evolved into her being on the body pillow makes me laugh. Let's see. So the right side has a white background, which is what this towel is. It's a white towel. If I choose the left one, it's going to be a green background, which clashes with the white. So... I hate to say it, but I have to use this one. Alright, let's just suck it up. It's not bad. I mean, it's exactly what you can expect from anime, from some anime nowadays anyway. I'm not going to complain. But goddamn, they're teenagers. Okay. So, how can we get this to look like a pillow? More like a pillow. Well, we can adjust the... Yeah, the right one is tasteful enough. Okay. Let's just make a couple of edits to make it look more like a pillow. I'm just wondering if, let's see, if we can just pull this off as is. Do we have to do anything extra fancy in order to create that body pillowy effect? Yeah. Now it kind of looks like it's being... Yeah, it almost looks more like a pillow now. So if we can find a way... Because the squatch arm holds it out. The hand does not move all that much. It pivots... But we can work with that. Then he grabs it. Or we could do the no, no, no thing. Or he could just hug it. Or just Oh god. Oh man, this motion here is making me think of another joke that I am... Oh man. There should be an image of a blank body pillow. You can link her image to, perhaps? Maybe. I mean, I think that this edited looks enough like a body pillow. Oh man. If her head... Let me just look at something real quick. Is he grabbing a very specific part of the pillow that I think he's grabbing? Oh god. So it's tilted and the hand comes right for the... Alright. So it's squeezing this area. I thought it was squeezing... Oh man. It is kind of though. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I've done worse. First, let me make a quick edit to the body pillow shape. We have some corners here that we'll just need to make rounder to make it look more like a pillow. Just make those adjustments right here. Just like that. Maybe even edit them a little bit more. And that's the dog. I have to head off with friends. Always a pleasure. Have a great night. Yes, in Harvey, we trust. Absolutely right. So, he's going to maybe have him... Oh, God. Maybe have him grabbing the pillow and having the Michael Rose. Oh, my God. That's too good. This is getting more and more cursed. Okay, so first, let's focus on the pillow. We'll add the sound effect from Michael Rosen a little bit later. I'll just write this down. Sound from Michael Rosen on body pillow. Yeah, that's going to take some time to find. So let's get a... Well, first, we have to cut this part off because this is going to be an entirely separate piece of this dialogue here that we need to make sure stays as is. Now, let's pivot this over here so we can get a start. And then, so he's holding out the hand, and he's gonna twist his hand. So let me just make this a little bit dimmer so we can see enough of the hand here. Make this a little less opaque. So it comes into the frame at first. Then he glides it over. That's when he starts to make this pivot. And because he makes the pivot, you can see that the towel here is changing its angle just a slight bit. So we have to keep that in mind. So as we get to this frame, that means we have to alter the angle ever so slightly to keep up with this. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. And then the guy's hand is going to grab it. So that's going to be a whole thing of masking that I have to do. Oh god, he's grabbing it in the part that I was afraid of. This is cursed gold. Dang right it's cursed gold. Okay, so let me just make a quick adjustment here. So the fingers on that hand have to be masked out very carefully. I mean, back in 2008, people would just leave this the way it was. They wouldn't bother to make any kind of, you know, edits with the hands or anything like that. I feel like I need to make it as good as I can. This is one of those things I can't leave alone. So let's reduce the opacity again. We have the hand of the speaker that's going to come up. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have the like a little forward reverse. So his hand is going to grab. It's just going to keep repeatedly grabbing this. And maybe there's something else that can be done, like a honk sound, or I don't know what the hell am I thinking? Why am I thinking it? That's why. All right, whatever. So right here is where we want this to get cut. For that, because we'll be doing a reversal on the okay. Now that might mean that I have to do a bunch of different masking edits on this and then versus, but this is only 2 seconds worth, so we'll just leave it as is. Okay. So his hand is going to be grabbing the pillow, and then just grabbing the pillow repeatedly. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just reduce this so that we have something that's in line. Save it. We're going to have to mask out these fingers here. And then we're going to have to mask out his arm as well. There's going to be a lot of masking from this. So, best way to get started for something along these lines. Wait, what the? Oh, I see. Okay. For something along these lines is to just separate the audio from the video, plop the layer on top, which looks like it's going to be counterintuitive. You've probably seen me do this a whole bunch of times, so now the towel's back, but gives me the opportunity to cut out these fingers and move them with emotion. Thankfully, these fingers are very, very still, so I can just move where they are, and we'll be good. Okay, so let's get a mask done. Doing a lot of masking in this series of edits tonight, but lots of progress as a result. So, and even if we don't get the fingers perfectly, the towel that this Sasquatch is holding is white, so we will have a little bit of a good leeway here. We can feather out and make it look better. Okay, right here, right here. Just going forward and back in time after we get this cut done. Let's get a little bit of the arms just to be safe, because the body pillow is fairly large and we can adjust the arm masking as we need to, but we definitely need the pillow to look like it's actually being gripped. So let's get that mask down. Take away the opacity. What is this? There's a little bit of finger chopping off going on. Let's see if we can get that fixed. And then, oh, I see why. It's because this is such an okay, because it's the okay. Now, if we were to feather out just slightly, yeah, there is a little bit of a white glow here, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But we do need to fix the masking right here. Or maybe we can do something different. Maybe we can take the... Let's see. Probably just take this. Move here. Move these anchors away. And then... Yeah. Okay. That works. So this is the first frame that I worked on. It's kind of right in the middle. That allows me to move backwards and get the positioning before and after. And that is my wife's hand. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, continue.
Hang on, I think it needs to refocus now. Can I? Uh-oh.
Oh no. Did I screw something up?
Let's see. Maybe I can get it to fix itself.
Whoopsie.
Uh-oh. It's been defocused.
Move your head around a bit.
Yeah. So now I'm all blurry. Maybe it'll fix itself. Who knows? All right.
Sorry, folks.
She says sorry.
What do you want?
All right. So.
Play.
Ah, shoot. What am I gonna have to? What can I do here? I'm gonna have to work on fixing that. How much time do we have left in this stream? That's the dog. Alright, let's just focus on this. Am I coming in blurry still? Yeah, a little bit. Alright, notice I'll fix that.
I won't toss it. If you want to toss it, you gotta give it to me. Give.
Okay, so the arm here is gonna be moving. Let's get rid of this. Take this a little bit at a time. Oh, I know what's going on. This anchor right here is killing it. Okay. So, now that that's that, let's get the hand over the pillow in each of these frames. Why is it being a little bit finicky though? Oh, I know why, because I edited the... Because I don't need to edit the location. I don't need to edit the location of each anchor. I need to edit the position of these keyframes here. Sorry folks, a little mental lapse in judgment. Okay. Let's move this mask here. Select all. Alright. That's a little better. Okay. There's still a little bit of pillow being cut off right here. That might not be a problem if, you know, if we can take care of some fine-tuning after the fact. So let's have the mask for this hand just follow the hand in and out of the frame. Yeah, this finger blends in with the tree so well, it almost looks like it's see-through. Alright. Might need to adjust a little bit. Ever so slightly. Okay. It's looking good. Hand is still clutching the pillow. We'll make edits to the pillow a little bit later, but for the most part, it's doing all right. There we go. Great, great. Okay. So now we probably just have to cut off the pillow a little bit more in order to accommodate for the fingers here. So moving it looks like such up to this point. This is a very, very detailed mask that we've got. See if we can keep it going. Then ever so slightly to keep the things good. So far, so good. So far, so good. This is getting it intensive. And looks like we'll need to make some finger adjustments on this one. That's okay. All I need to do here is pull the thing on up. Shorten this thing right here. And yeah. Good. Now we can continue it. Okay. Good, good. This is kind of like what I had to do with the Shark Boy and Lava Girl poop, and I had to kind of mask Shark Boy scratching up the board to put out a shark fin soup recipe. It was actually much, much more involved than this. Because with that, I had to make edits to every single one of these anchors right here. Getting there. Good. Good. I feel like once we hit the point where the hand is stationary, we won't have to do so much moving and shaking here. But this is exactly how this is an edit. This is a detailed edit that we are making right here, and very often the results will be well worth it. Am I still blurry? Oh, come back into focus. Yes. Whew. It just took its jolly old time, but I'm back in focus. Okay. There's that, there's that, there's that. Nice. I'll just make a quick bunch of anchor movements here. I think that these finger changes are being done because he's, this is the point where he's rotating the hand, or pivoting the hand at the least. So we can get rid of this, kind of bleed the two fingers together here a little bit more. And man, and then we've got his hand that we need to do as well. Shouldn't be that bad. Oh. And I don't know if you can see her, but I've got my little pupperoni right here with a tennis ball in hand. Oh. We'll just give her a nice handshake. Alright. So, we're almost there. We've just got this much left to do, and we should be good. Select all. And let's just see how it looks so far. This is a very involved edit. And again, we just got to cut off the top of the body pillow, but it is looking pretty good for what it is. Looking pretty good. If not cut off the top, at least make it start off from a lower position. So starting off from a lower position here. Then ever so gently. And a lot of these keyframes are kind of protruding into the tree bark. That's fine. It's what's under the fingers that's more important than what's over the fingers, if that makes any sense here. And yeah, it's looking good, looking better. Yeah. Whew. There we go. Now let me just make that quick edit so that the head, so to say, of the body pillow starts a little bit lower. Start from right down here. So let's see how it looks now. Yeah, that's better. Because he's now pulling the pillow up, sort of. Okay, so then we've got his hand that's going to be grabbing this. So let's get the right edits done there. So right here, well, actually, let me cut this off at this point. And what we need to do is get right about here. This is what we want. So separate this and put it on another layer, this one above the Sasquatch arm. Is this the correct one? Okay, pull it back. There we go. And now let's begin the, I think this might be the final procedure of the night. It's 9:29 where I am, and we've done a lot of long, involved things on this stream, and that's going to happen with a lot of YouTube hoops that get made. They're going to be very big jokes or short jokes that just require a lot of editing. But more often than not, it's well worth it. So let's get the fingers, the outline of the fingers for this one. And then move to the next frame. Oops. Right here. Okay. Let's grab this, pull the mask over here. Great. Just get these fingers in, and then have this piece be hugging like so. Okay, that's fine. We can keep that the way it is, but this means we gotta pull the mask a little bit more to the right. And just twist this a little bit. Now let's add some more anchors so we can get these fingers involved here. We're gonna need to do a lot more than just those two, but still. There we go. Perfect. And yeah, that's just about it on the masking there. So we got to turn it on. Should we feather? Do we feather in or out? I think we feather it out just a slight bit. Then raise the opacity, see what it looks like. Feather in. Yeah, feather in might be a little bit better in this case. So, and he's grabbing the. Okay, so we need to tighten this pillow a little bit. Okay. So we gotta make some edits to the pillow. No problemo. Let's get the point right here. We're just gonna cut this piece. And then we're gonna get onto the masking here. Make an edit to the mask so that, because you can see here that this hand is starting to reach inward, but when you squeeze a pillow, obviously it's going to concave. So we want to make this concave a little bit. Let's get that done. So it's right up near the shoulders. Make it seem more natural. There we go. So, yeah, it's like he's squeezing the pillow right here. And he's going to do some more squeezing of that pillow at this frame. So we'll just do a quick little, do to make sure that this keyframe stays. And then move the pillow a little bit more inward. Or concave it a little bit more so that that squeezing is a lot more obvious. Perfect. So he's gripping that pillow. Let's see how it looks.
Was there to hand. Was there to hand.
Yep.
Hand.
It ain't 100% perfect, but it looks a heck of a lot better than if I were to just let this hang over the Sasquatch hands.
To hand.
So, yeah, overall, I like it. I like it a lot. And I want to have the maybe a squeezing sound effect because we have to do some masking on this, on the reversed one. But let's go ahead with the, let's see, it was the Michael Rosen sound effect. We've got time for that. Oh, I'm sure he'll be squeezing that pillow a lot. You dang right, Hercules. Dang right. Okay, oh man. So, Michael Rosen. Oh man. He says nice in this one. Let's see if this is one.
Till it's cool. Just cool into the mouth. Nice.
That's not the sound effect that we want, but it is something. Oh, this is it, I think. That's it. That's it. Oh, man. It's amazing how the YouTube Poop community made Michael Rosen a thing in the meme world. He's been used outside of YouTube Poop so much. Okay, Michael Rosen. Here we are. Oh, oops. All we need is the sound. And let's cut out everything else.
To hand.
Wait a minute.
To hand.
Alright, we don't need to worry about the audio here.
Was there.
So, we got the but what we need to do is we need to do just a few more masking things. Not too many. So what I'm going to do is just cut all this because we need to do a reversal. Now, one thing about Vegas is that when you reverse a clip that has masking anchors on it, it will not reverse the masking anchors. So we don't need to do too much, just some masking anchor edits here. I think that's gonna help to complete this joke by a lot. So just keep things layered as they are. Reverse. Wait, where's reversal? Oh right, this is a picture, so you can't reverse a picture. So it helps that Rosen exaggerates so much in his facial expressions and voice. He's just a good source. Yeah, absolutely is. All right, so let's get this anchor moved over here. Let's just pivot this right back there, and this one, which is in the middle, stays where it is. All the silly stories people have gotten out of editing Michael's poems. Good times. Hey, what's going on, Dinner Warrior? What is going on? We made some sentence mixing magic happen today. We had also some general nonsense occur that is almost impossible to describe, except that it involves a lot of Kim Jong-un and North Korea. If that is intriguing enough, well, that's because it is extremely intriguing. But good to have you on the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful night. There we go. And then there's one more, I think. Yeah, one more. And that's the hand. It's amazing, though. I haven't really used Michael Rosen as a serious source all that much. I really kind of missed that boat when it hit the shores back in 2009, 2008. It's a pity, but yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Squeezes. Squeezes in right there, and the hand is being reversed. So it's a little bit off, the hand is, but that's okay. I can make a quick edit on this anchor point to correct that. So let's just get the mask back to where it needs to be. Select all, pivot right here. And there are going to be some subtle differences, I think, when reversing a clip that has anchors on it. Yeah, we can see the whole. Yeah, let's see the whole North Korean thing. Yeah. So let's go right back to it, and keep in mind that it's as insane. Let's see. Here we go. It's as insane as I made it sound.
It's like it was handcrafted by beautiful, tiny North Korean elves.
And then.
Oh, time.
Then we have everything appearing with Kim Jong-un's mouth, including a Santa scene. Like that. We also got him to say a little bit Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
It's not perfect. Definitely needs some more editing, but overall, it's really, really good. Then we did this. And then for some odd reason we did this.
This is soap.
Hey.
Then this.
Yeah. Hey.
Yep. It's going to look a lot smoother when you see the finished product, but we did quite a bit just from maybe 20 seconds of material. Like so much important editing went into this. And now we finally have what I want here, the squeezing. Let me just make one quick little edit here. Looks like the hand kind of disappears for a moment. I wonder if that's fixable. Oh, that's not the right one. This is the right one we want. So I think it disappears because, yep, like I thought. Let's make a quick fix there. Get the anchor right into the right place so that this perverted spokesperson, sadly, is doing a massive injustice to a Haruhi Suzumiya body pillow. Or maybe a massive justice, depending on how you view body pillows. Okay. So, need to make a quick edit on the body pillow frame itself. And then it looks a heck of a lot better. How much of the ad is left that we haven't seen? Like 30 seconds? Let's see. We just pulled this part out. Let's see. I think that the testimonial scene means we're at the latter half. So this is the last bit of him. And keep in mind, there is more than one ad here. So about 30 seconds, you're right, because what it does is it kind of starts to conclude. And then what happens is it goes into the YouTube, like a YouTube thing here where you can click on a link in order to see the rest of the channel. And there's another video at play here. So, like, there's, I think, 3 videos that I pulled from the Dr. Squatch. And we're going to tackle all of them in a stream. So that's what we got so far. We haven't even looked at sentence mixing on the second testimonial yet. So let's see what we can get. Maybe we get an early jump on it. Oh, eesh. Forgot about that. Because all we did was made him squeeze a Haruhi body pillow. And we got the sound right here that we'll add. We'll put it right down there. Okay, then we can delete this. So we got 15 minutes left in the stream. Let's make the most of what we can. This time, let's see what we can sentence mix using this sentence here.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
So one more time. Makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. Just get rid of that. What I meant to do was go to here. So it makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream and Squatch was there to hand you the towel for you. Oh wow, so we got a ton more. Yeah, we got a ton of material because the whole thing that I was inspired by was like the very first clip that I think I've ever saw from one of these ads. You're not a dish, you're a man. Like that. And that's not even in this commercial. It's in another one of these commercials. But the commercials reuse a little bit of their material. So it's not all new. It's not like we move on to the second ad and there's all stuff that we've seen before. It's going to be some new stuff and some old stuff mixed in to make the, commercial selling point, reiterate itself.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a
mountain stream and Squatch.
Mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
Oof. To hand you the towel.
Makes you feel like you just stepped out.
Let's see. Maybe we should move on to that next week. Let's see the last bit of the ad. It's the guy by the mailbox.
Time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
Yep, and that's it. And then it's just the YouTube, click this link here to visit the channel and all that stuff. So let's pull this into the latter half. Save what we got.
It's time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship
directly to you. Maybe you can sentence mix squat from squatch and maybe make him squat over something. That's one thing I thought of. I thought about using the word squatch in a different way.
I feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there. And Squatch. And Squatch. And Squatch. Squatch was. Squatch was.
Let's see what we got.
Squat.
The right tool for the job. That's what I thought about too. That's one of the things that, you hear the word job and you immediately think Josh. Thank you, CS188.
Squatch. Squatch. Squatch.
Squatch.
Squatch. Squatch. Squatch.
There we go. We have the word squat.
Squat.
Simple, straightforward enough.
Like you just stepped out of a mountain stream. It makes you feel like you just
That you're not worth it, my friends. Yep.
stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
All right.
For you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend.
Yep. You're worth it.
Because you're worth it, my friend.
Yep. Let's make that happen. Just give some space. Can you get him to say do? Might not have to get him to say do because he just says the do word. What do you have in mind? What do we have in mind here? Well, actually, oh man, good thinking, Mike and Hercules. Good thinking, Mike and Hercules. So here's the thing: he doesn't say the word do, like do, which is weird. He says the word door, but maybe there's a du, like dude. Production cheaper. You're a tool. Oh, YBF, welcome. We're welcome to the last 10 minutes of the stream. Glad you can see. But you're onto something. Tool. Tool for the job. Two, we can get a D sound added to the beginning of that to make do. That would work just as well. So that word tool comes at 231. So let's move our thing over to the 231 mark. Actually, I think that's the tail end of the video anyways.
It's time for you to get the right tool.
Yeah, but he bleeds the L in this one. So maybe, just maybe, there is another way to do that. Nope. So let's see if... No, he doesn't say TOO by itself, but he must have TO. He must have an extended TO. If we can take that TO, we can make tool. Well, actually, he does say tool. Man, I'm getting a little scatterbrained. It's getting to be that time of night. So let me grab tool. That's a great idea for a sentencing swipe, BF.
Time for you to get the right tool for...
You're not worth it, my friend. You're a tool like that. Let's see if we can put that.
Sure. Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Because you're worth it, my friend.
Let's put that there. Actually, let me write that down. You're not worth it, friends. You're a tool. End of quotation. Okay, let's try and find a way to make the word do. I remember a lot of this clip, how he says the words to at the 45-50 second mark. Thank you. Glad you like. Oh, thank you so much, YBF. I'm glad you've been following it. Really hope that you like the way it comes out. I'm really excited. I know that a lot of the followers in the stream are really excited. Alright, let's do this. Let's go right to the 50s.
Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin?
Now, he says the two there.
Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. 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 Rudy.
Can we reverse this and make him... No. Just a thought. Okay. Oh, but he says boom.
So little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom. Boom.
And we just attach a D to that. Easy as that.
Boom.
Although, it's too M-y. Let's see if we can get a EW sound. Or can't believe it. And think about the just looking for EW, like EW and do. Yeah, good news, doy. You know, when we get to a very, late part of the night for me, then I start to get a little tapered off. Gotta recharge the batteries, but we're almost there. I know we can make Mountain Dew work. Let's make the last thing that we do. Do the do. Okay, so 135. So he says, but there's good news.
Got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for...
Doing. So what I'll do is, let me...
Wrong for...
Doing it wrong. Come on, it's taking its jolly old time.
Wondering, why have I been doing...
So let's grab this, put this down here.
Doing it wrong for so long. During... Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate. Parabens. And dioxin.
But there's good news.
But there's good news.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
News.
And we don't have to worry about the S sound. It's soft enough. So let's bring this down here. Bring it right over here. Cut. And please let this work. By golly, please let this work.
Because you're worth it, my...
Alright. You can make do from you, I think. That's true. And you are... Okay, let's see what we have. Let's first see what we have from what we cut.
Doing...
I think we'll have a good do.
Do.
Yeah.
Squatch was there.
Let's get mountain in there.
You just stepped out of a mountain stream. Out of a mountain
And he could be holding up a Mountain Dew here too.
stream.
So let's get... Oh, I guess my Discord's on. Oh, Dinner Warrior uploaded something though. Alright, let's see.
Squat.
Dude.
Now, the thing is, it's a different voice that's saying do, but I don't think it'll be that problematic.
Out of a mountain.
Let's get the S sound kind of removed as much as possible.
Of a mountain. Mountain stew.
Mountain stew. That sounds like stew. Let's fix that a little bit more.
A mountain dew. Mountain dew.
Create some space.
A mountain dew.
Maybe just make it a little bit. Okay.
Dew. A mountain dew.
Nope.
Dew. Mountain dew. Out of a mountain dew.
Sounding too much like stream.
Mountain dew.
There we go.
Stepped out of a mountain dew.
Yeah, that works. And we can have a Mountain Dew appear in his hand during the clip, and then the Squatch integrates his joke. Oh boy. And maybe there is just enough time for one more sentence mix. 2 minutes.
Squat.
Let's get the "You're not worth it, my friend."
'Cause you're worth it. You're not a dish.
Okay, let's get the "You're not" first part here. For the "You're not worth it." Easy enough. Gotta get to the... Whew, right here. This is it. This is where I want to be. 9:59. Let's make it count. Let's see.
'Cause you're worth it. Worth it, my.
Computer's slowing down a little bit. It's working as hard as it can. Whoops.
You're not worth it, my.
Yeah, there we go. You're not worth it, my friend.
You're not worth it, my friend.
There we go. Just a little fine tune.
You're not worth it, my friend. Tool.
Yep, and I'll make this the last edit. That "You're not a dish, you're a man." Squat Allah. Oh, squat Allah. Shoot. Squat Allah. Good thinking, YBF. Man, what a last minute joke. All right, let's just get this. It's 10 o'clock. Let's get one more thing done.
A dish. Tool.
Maybe he says "Squat Allah" and he flies up. The screen was, oh my god. The anime body pillow. Let me write that down real quick. Flies up with body pillow.
Tool. You're a man. You're a tool.
Let's get rid of the M sound in man. This is the last thing we'll do tonight.
You're a tool.
Bleed it.
You're a tool.
Yep, and I'll work on it at a different time. Oh man, well we got a great head start going into next week, and whew, I'm going to be working on a different YouTube poop this week, so we won't probably see very many changes to this one going into the next stream, but by God,